What's up, y'all? There's something I want to say about Trump and Zoran Mamdani. Now, back in July, Trump was talking about arresting Zoran Mamdani. He was threatening to jail the guy who just won the election on a platform about making life affordable for working people. And the threat was supposed to scare New Yorkers, but guess what? It failed. It didn't work. New Yorkers voted him in anyway. And now in November, after all that talk about communist lunatics and arresting him, Trump is suddenly saying, we'll work something out. Now, this is coming from a sitting president who had threatened to jail a democratically elected official, not because he committed a crime, but the real reason for the arrest threat was that Mamdani doubled down on New York being a sanctuary city and dared to say that he would use his mayor power to block ICE from making arrests without a warrant. And this ain't just about policy. It's about standing up to the federal agents who are terrifying families. And Mamdani made himself the shield. That's the real issue. And let's be real about this because it's impossible to ignore. If New York was an all-white state with a mayor who looked exactly like Trump, Trump wouldn't even blink. But because New York has a new mayor who's a Muslim, South Asian, African-born immigrant who's fighting for housing justice for every working person and standing up for immigrant rights, that's the real threat he wants to shut down. And that's just the dictator's playbook, plain and simple, because when you lose in the policy debate, you resort to calling him a communist and threaten to strip him of his citizenship and throw him in jail. But the beautiful part was that the people of New York had the last word. And now he has to try to strike a deal with the person he wanted to deport. I mean, is that a concession or is this just a start of a new, more clever attempt at control? That strong man playbook is clear. When you fail to intimidate your enemy with threats of jail and deportation, you try to co-opt them with promises of a handshake and a deal. And I hope Zoran doesn't fall for it. If he continues to stand his ground, it'll just make me respect him even more. Because if you're making him that uncomfortable, it means he's actually doing something right for the people who usually gets ignored. It's a crisis when the leader of the country threatens their political opponents, and it's why we need folks like Zoran, who have the backbone to push back on that kind of intimidation. But that's all I want to say, folks. This is Big Brother 749. I'm out.